Hey there, welcome to another episode of Pony 411. It's currently January 19th, and this is episode 39. I am Nemesis, and I'm joined once again by Alca7raz.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Rainbow Falls later on, but first, we have some news to talk about as well. You know, that tends to happen during the week. How about that? To start off, TrotCon has made 3 guest announcements this week, and they actually sent us a press release. How cool is that?
That's neat.
The first is Heather Breckel, the colorist for the IDW's My Little Pony comic. Again, I really hope I pronounced that right.
It looks right.
Unless it's Breckel. Or whatever. Anyway, the second is Dennis Daniel, also known as Mike Check, host of the Canalot Radio podcast. And the final guest is Pony Toast, a host of True Equestria Radio, another podcast. And if you're interested in seeing any of these people, instead of us, check out TrotCon on June 20th to 22nd in Columbus, Ohio.
Huh, that's happening.
It's like, it's other podcasts, but, I mean, I guess they're all right. But no, of course, we're the best. I mean, that's always the thing.
Of course.
Of course. And anyway, are you a musician? If yes, Everfree Northwest has opened applications for Pony Stock 2014. If you're interested in performing at the convention, go fill out an application on their site, which we'll provide a link to in the show notes. So go look, or you can just search. You'll find it eventually.
Yeah, you'll find it.
GalaCon has opened up volunteer signups. Yeah, so if you live in Europe and are interested in helping a con run smoothly, go check that out. Because they're one of the big European cons, other than there's Buck in the UK, and this one's like Germany, I believe.
I think so.
GalaCon's in Germany.
I think so.
Yeah. And some voice actors recently got Twitter accounts. They're not really anybody to mention, but still, if you're interested in following, say, Claire Corlett and Ashley Ball, you know, the voices of Sweetie Belle, and then also Applejack and Rainbow Dash, go look.
Yep.
Follow them. Like, he tried to probably follow them like 10 times before I realized he'd have to make more accounts to do so.
Yeah, no, I did follow Ashley Ball the minute I saw that one go up.
Yeah, I noticed. I saw on my Twitter feed.
Yep.
Anyway, some plushies have shown up in Taobao that may hint at things to come. Or they're bootlegs.
Or the bootlegs.
One of the two. But anyway, they all have butterfly-ish wings, which may indicate that the breezies are coming, as we heard about last week with that episode title.
Mm-hmm.
But again, might also just be bootleg, because Taobao has a lot of those.
Yeah.
In other news, if you still haven't grabbed the official MLP soundtrack, you have yet another option other than Google Play and iTunes, because Amazon now has it available for download. So go look at that. If you also happen to live in Europe, Nikki has released information on upcoming MLP merchandise, including Fluttershy and Twilight plushies. Way back, they were announced at a toy fair of some sort, I believe, that they were doing pony merchandise, and everyone was excited because at the time they had the best official plushies shown.
Yeah.
Anyway, the merchandise they announced so far, or has shown off so far, will be available in March apparently, including like I said, the Fluttershy, which will be in multiple sizes, the Twilight, which is Alicorn Twilight in their princess coronation dress, and there's a snow globe and a pillow and other stuff. In fandom news, the controversial Ask Princess Molestia Tumblr has been closed down, apparently taken down by Tumblr itself. The people behind the blog decided not to fight it due to their plans of closing it anyway. They plan moving to new projects in the future. Sherclop Pones, the team behind Friendship is Witchcraft, has released a song titled How Applejack Won the War. And if you have a bit of a slightly morbid sense of humor, I think you'd find it funny.
Yeah.
Like I did. Anyway, some news about Pinkie Pride has shown up, including a new synopsis and a preview clip. The new synopsis is as follows. An elated Pinkie Pie is planning the biggest and best birthiversary party ever for Rainbow Dash, but when another party planning pony named Cheese Sandwich rides into town, plans change. Soon, every pony is so excited about Cheese Sandwich's party that they forget about Pinkie Pie, but her pride won't let her go down without an official goof-off. And that is the first episode of February, so that's in 2 weeks.
And that's Weird Al.
Yeah, and that's the Weird Al episode, so
Weird
it's
Al's
also going to have a lot of music.
Yep. That's going to be a good one.
And finally, Simple Ways has also got a synopsis. Rarity is known around Ponyville for her confidence and class, both of which are lost when Trenderhoof, the world-famous travel writer in Apple Rarity's Eye, comes to town. So when Trenderhoof's attention is drawn to Applejack, Rarity does the unexpected and begins to dress and act more like Applejack than herself, which ends up in a muddy mess.
Muddy mess. Return of the Wet Mane for the third time? Yeah.
Who knows? Or just mud.
Just mud.
Oh dear, I wonder if this means we're going to hear Tabitha saying things with the southern.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
Yeah,
That'll be
because this is the
real
episode that
interesting.
Megan McCarthy teased that Tabitha St. Germain delivered a performance that was apparently her favorite. So
Oh boy.
this is going to be fun, I think. Just that's
And the
the
shippers are gonna
description.
have-
That sounds fun.
Yeah, and the
I mean-
shippers are gonna have a heyday with it.
Yeah, especially since I've already seen this Verity shippers all up in arms about it. As far as I'm concerned, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But anyway, why should I be the one crushing their dreams? I'll let the show do it for them.
But you enjoy crushing people's dreams so much.
Yeah, I'm the dream crusher. And that's it for the news this week. So we do have an episode to talk about, and that is, of course, Rainbow Falls. That one that I guess people are kind of interested in. I mean, I can't think of
Very,
anyone off the
very
top
funny.
of my head. I mean,
Very fun.
why would anyone be like a Rainbow Dash episode? I mean, oh, hi.
Hi. Yes, that would be me.
But yeah, so basically, the Equestria Games are coming up, as most of us are well aware of, and Dash is part of the Ponyville relay team with Fluttershy and Bulk Biceps, which, yes, this is officially confirmed. Bulk Biceps is the name of the big, white, muscle-bound pony with the tiny wings.
Instead of Snowflake.
Not Snowflake like a lot of people were apparently set on, but deal with it.
Yeah.
So, she's kind of, a little nervous about the fact, well, they're not exactly the best teammates, shall we say?
Yeah, they're not the strongest flyers.
Yeah, they're not the strongest flyers. So, but all the other Pegasi are on the other teams, and apparently there's a rule about you cannot compete in multiple events.
Well, I think that's actually official.
Yeah.
Like for the Olympics.
Yeah, but
You're only allowed to
that's
compete
how it
in
is.
one event.
anyway, so they show up, and hey, the Cloudsdale team is there, and that turns out they're the Wonderbolts, Spitfire, Sword, and Fleetfoot.
Fleetfoot.
Yes, Fleetfoot. Wow, that's hard to say. So they turned out they're really, really spectacular, but Soren injures himself when he's kind of loses focus, and then the other two Wonderbolts decide to kind of get Dash to train with them for a bit, and then they basically ask Dash, "Hey, we want you on our team," which of course leads to a crisis of loyalty for Dash, and she tries to get out of it.
She tries to get out of it.
Initially tries to get out of it, but eventually she just comes to her senses and realizes no, she needs to stick with Ponyville. And so she does, and hey, Ponyville qualifies for the Equestria Games.
Barely,
So,
but yes.
barely, but yeah, they do it. So, yeah, Ponyville relay team going to Equestria Games. And that's the basic gist of it. There's more to it, but we'll talk about it in the discussion starting now. What did you think of it? Oh,
Do I even have to say?
Yes, you do, because
Can I squeal like a little girl?
I'm not sure.
I'll spare you. But yes, I heavily enjoyed it, but I'm pretty sure that's obvious because it's Rainbow Dash. Great episode. There was a couple points. I wasn't a huge fan of her take of
Verite.
yeah. Cat got my tongue there. In the middle of the episode, when she tried to get out of the decision, she took a cue from Rarity. In that very over dramatic display. I don't think that's the first time she's done something like that.
Read and weep.
Yeah.
Trying to get back in the hospital.
Yes.
Oh, but
So this is she apparently knows her way around a wheelchair.
yeah.
And
She also
in the
knows how to
hospital.
get one at a drop moment's notice, apparently.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. There was probably a.
She'd make a good soccer player, is what I'm saying.
Oh.
Or football, I guess, if you're international.
Yeah.
Football.
You're gonna get smacked here. Anyway, great episode. Couple things that really caught my eye. Right off the bat, I enjoyed the fact Rainbow wasn't put on the relay team. She specifically chose to put herself on the weakest team to make sure that at least the team got into the Equestria Games, because she knows that her skill would make up for their lack. So that was actually really neat to see. It's very not self-serving. Also, the other one, Fluttershy is actually going to be participating in the Equestria Games. That's a big thing for Fluttershy too,
Yeah.
because she's supposed to be super shy, and she's volunteering to compete in the biggest athletic
Sporting event.
yeah, that's
By the
huge for
thousands of
Fluttershy.
ponies.
That's really big for her. Also, the Wonderbolts are kind of jerks.
Yeah, they are.
I mean,
I mean, seriously.
That was they. Wow, Soren got injured.
Yeah.
Though kind of his own.
Yeah.
As he was
Distracted by something.
distracted by cheerleaders. Yeah, it was Flitter.
Yeah.
Flitter and no, it was Cloud Chaser and I can't remember the other one. They were cheerleading and he had to rubberneck.
Yep.
And ended up running into one of the poles.
Don't rubberneck children.
Don't rubberneck, it's bad. So yeah, he was injured, so put him off the training for a bit. But then they lied.
Yeah, they lied to him.
They lied to Soren to keep him in the hospital so they could keep Rainbow Dash. And they were really manipulative.
And they lied to Dash, too.
And then they lied to Rainbow Dash. So, yeah, they're kind of jerks.
Yeah, surprise. And this is
Although-
a headcanon record right here.
Although, at the very end, Spitfire did
Apologize.
Did apologize and did start to recognize, but I don't know. It's like... Yeah, that's
Still,
kind
it's
of
like-
big.
It did wreck a lot of headcanons.
It did
right
wreck
there,
a lot of
because a lot of
headcanons.
people assume they're like super nice or something.
No, they're not.
Turns out they are really big
Which
jerks.
does actually fit a little bit more, if you can call it realistic. I mean, they're big celebrities
Yep.
and, military style. I mean, they take after the Blue Angels, which is a
Yeah,
Navy
pretty
group.
obvious.
So you have the military aspect of it, and the celebrities are kind of just do what they can, just whatever's going to help them out, regardless of anything else.
Yep.
So it kind of fits, but
Also kind of fits if you want to think of Spitfire as an older Rainbow Dash. Oh, snap.
you're going to be... I'm going to smack you.
Let's be
Rainbow
honest,
Dash
Dash was a jerk at one point.
Yeah, I still kind of fight that. But, Dash is the one showing them that they're wrong. So that kind of throws that one out right there.
Not really.
Yes, it does.
No.
Yes, it does. And some people are going to do a whole bunch of Soren Dash shipping off of this one, too.
Yep, a lot of it.
Yeah, I'm just going to say straight up, no, there's nothing in it that could imply shipping. She saved him from falling. Yes, she'd save anyone from falling. That's just what she does. Then after that, the only other time you see them together is in the hospital, and nothing happens.
Nothing sexual happened.
Well, nothing at all. I mean, they talked.
Yeah.
But, although, I do want to point out, there was a couple moments there with Twilight and Rainbow Dash. Especially there at the end.
Yeah,
We had
sort of.
a Rainbow Dash Alicorn. Yes, Twilight
I think
dresses
you're
up as...
reaching.
Yes, I am a little bit. But there is a little bit of that.
Especially since Pinky also puts her rainbow hair on.
Yes, but
so,
that's just Pinky.
Yeah, but...
But right there at the end, Twilight suddenly dresses out in a whole bunch of rainbow outfit. And yes, yeah.
So anyway, I like this episode too. Probably not as much as he did, but
Yeah.
I did enjoy this episode despite the Dash thing. Like I said, it's always pretty much, it's going to be, I'm going to be honest, at this point, it's still going to be in spite of Dash, not because of Dash. I'm going to be straight up honest about that. I'm not really, I'm not as, I don't like Dash as much as he does. In fact, I
don't think anyone can, but...
Dash is his waifu.
And Twilight's yours, yes.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, so I did enjoy it. I did like the stuff. Bulk Biceps is no more than just the whole time. He actually talked, although it was always shouting.
Always shouting, "Pierce for Rainbow Dash!"
Exactly. But yeah, he's always talking. He's voiced by Michael Dobson, who you might recognize from other roles he's done. But most notably, if you grew up in the early 2000s, you might have know he's Starscream from the Unicron trilogy and Transformers. So, yeah, but yeah, he was pretty funny the entire time, including like doing stuff like kind of squeezing Fluttershy out just by sitting in the seat.
Yeah, or between his shoulder blades.
Yeah,
when he flew
but
into the
oddly
fountain.
enough, earlier when we saw him before in the show, he actually flew okay, but this time he's like struggling to fly.
Yeah,
It's another one of those, I guess,
continuity problem maybe.
yeah, just a slight continuity problem there. But it was an interesting episode. Like I said, like we said earlier, Wonderbolt's being jerks is just like that's going to take a lot of people off guard. But again, it's just one of those things. I think they kind of already partially set that up, but it's going to wreck a lot of headcanons. It's another episode that's going to wreck a lot of headcanons. And yeah, and also all the main six were there in some capacity. Fluttershy being on the team, the rest were like Applejack was making apple brown betties.
Yeah, apple
for
brown betties. She
them
was
to
basically
carve up.
catering them. Yeah.
And pretty much force feeding them.
Applejack has this thing about force feeding
we've seen in the past where it's just people someone compiled an images of it. It's like, wow, she really is. She's like shoves things down other ponies' throats.
Yep.
Personal space, Applejack. Personal space. But in Rarity was trying to design outfits, and of course they wound up being really frilly dresses, which isn't really conducive for.
No, it doesn't. It's
a relay team.
Yeah.
Although Bulk Bicep didn't seem to mind.
Yeah, Bulk Biceps really liked his dress. That was hilarious.
Yeah, Bulk Bicep was source of a lot of the funny stuff in this episode. I'm going to say that right now.
Yeah.
I liked a lot of the Bulk Bicep stuff. I know some people are going to definitely be disappointed that his name is not Snowflake. Pinky and Twilight were basically being cheerleaders, which for me, Twilight being a cheerleader was kind of funny just because I've played Lollipop Chainsaw, which you play as a cheerleader, cutting up zombies.
Yeah, she only did cheerleading.
Voiced by Tara Strong. Yeah. Well, she kind of mentioned earlier because she's kind of like, I'll be doing that. Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she was wearing the full rainbow getup that Pinky was. Probably Pinky dressed her up like that. It would not surprise me if that was the case.
Oh, you're just looking for excuses.
I'm just saying.
You're just looking for excuses.
Is it out of the realm of possibility?
No, but you're still looking for excuses.
Am I going to start having to bring up Soren Dash a lot to get you to shut up? So yeah, they're dressed up as Dash because, of course, hey, we're going to cheer Dash on. Because, to be honest, the other two are just kind of there just to get Dash to the end.
Yeah.
Let's be really honest about this. And, of course, we can't go through that podcast without mentioning the big thing that everyone's freaking out about, which is the arrival of Derpy. This is not just like what she was before, where she just kind of shows up in the background. She actually shows up and is focused and is actually part of the story.
Yep, she actually had a role.
Yeah,
she didn't have a speaking role, but she had a major role, right? Yeah. Major secondary role.
Because basically, when Dash faked her injuries, they just said, "Oh, we're gonna." That's okay.
A replacement, so they brought.
There's a replacement, Derpy, and there she is. Yeah.
Which was kind of an interesting reference. Derpy's involved, and Rainbow Dash is in a hospital, injured. Yeah. So and this time it wasn't Derpy's fault.
And they're also saying she's coming back for sure. This is not like a one-time thing. She's definitely back. And they said the reason she didn't show up at all in season 4 until this point was because they wanted to make this one a big surprise. Because everyone was a lot of people were freaking out. Derpy's gone again.
Yep.
But
nope, she's back. Which does
good for you if you like Derpy a lot.
Which apparently most people do.
I don't know.
But yeah, it makes me curious where we're gonna see her show up now. If they're really bringing her back as a more of a common secondary, and not just something to use as a Where's Waldo, like they had through the last season.
Well, they might just do Where's Waldo again, since this was like a big entrance.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. We'll see. That's definitely interesting.
Or just like, oh, there she is. Yeah, because I remember back in season 2, she was also pretty obvious a lot, but then she kind of tapered off and was pretty much gone for almost all of season 3.
Yeah.
And she showed up in the finale and then Equestria Girls, and then now she's been gone again until now.
Yeah.
So, hey. Yeah, so she's pretty obvious. She even showed up in their final picture thing when they took a picture after they won.
Yep, she jumped in really quick behind Bulk Biceps.
Yeah. So...
Also, we had another... We predicted this correctly.
Oh, yeah.
We made the prediction, and we were correct. We had another what appears to be key to the box.
Nope, it's pretty obvious.
When Rainbow was in the hospital, the light came through her window and hit a jug of water.
Yep.
And that caused the rainbow shimmer effect that we've been seeing on the rope. And it shined on the pendant
that Derpy was holding, by the way.
That Derpy had been holding, yes.
And dropped.
And then we had the rainbow shine in her eyes that we're saying, I think this is going to be a common...
Yep, this is going to be the thing.
That's
the moment of realization.
They realize what happened, and then Dash jumps out of bed, which they use as a scene wipe, too. It was kind of a neat little effect they did. And then she takes Soren to go confront the Wonderbolts, tells him what happened, and all that sort of stuff. And Spitfire, recognizing that she screwed up and apologized. Spitfire gave Rainbow Dash her lead pony pin, her gold lead pony pin, gave it to her, and at the end of the episode, that shined.
Yep,
so that's her key.
Yep, that's her key.
So that's what we're seeing. It seems to be following this pattern where they forget their elements.
Yep, they mess up. They kind of
and they have to come to it on their own. That's the big thing. People will kind of reference to it, but when they come to the realization of what happened, they are on their own when they do it. I mean, Soren was in the room, but there was no interaction at that point.
Yeah.
She saw it and she realized. Same with Rarity. She was up on stage and she saw they were gone, and that's when she realized. So we're gonna see something like that.
We're gonna see that.
So we're gonna see that. And I think Pinkie Pie's the next one.
The Pinkie Pride episode. I'm probably bet that's gonna be the laughter.
That's gonna be the next one.
She's gonna get all freaked out, and at the end, something.
She's gonna realize something.
That was what we predicted it last time, and I think during the Rarity Takes Manhattan episode, and I do believe this is going to be the case. So that means those will be the first three. And I'm wondering, then there's going to be Fluttershy, Applejack, and Twilight later. Yeah. I'm like still though.
Yeah, I think probably Twilight's going to be the last one, just because her element isn't. Hers might be the finale.
Yeah.
I could very easily see Twilight's key being revealed in the finale when they open the box. Yep. Hers is the only one that, she can't really forget her magic.
Yeah.
They could, but I don't really.
I think they're going to do the whole friendship's magic thing.
Yeah, probably.
Something to do. Her friends are going to do something, or she's going to be really irritated with her friends or something, probably.
Yeah.
Which happens.
It does.
You just want to deck your friend across the face.
Yeah, we actually saw that in.
Which reminds me, Twilight in this episode just would not take any of Dash's crap.
No, she saw through it.
She's like, really? She saw you're going injured.
Yeah, well, that's because she knew what was going on.
Yeah, she also knew she knew what was going on. It's like she saw Dash two timing.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, because Dash was she's helping the Ponyville relay team, and we see the Ponyville relay team kind of doing miserable, and then she'd go off and practice with the Wonderbolts, and they're all
she was training with both of them.
So, and Twilight caught her and confronted her, and then confronted her again later.
Make her stop.
Yeah, she didn't make her stop. She just look, you need to make a choice, and then
you need to make a choice.
Confronted her later when she made the terrible choice, really, really bad choice.
Yeah.
She made the worst choice, so Twilight called her on that. Although someone disagrees with the wording.
Yeah, she didn't. Yeah, when Dash faked the injury, and they were in the hospital, Twilight told her, not making a choice. Well, choosing not to choose is not a real decision. It is a real decision. It's just a really bad one.
It's how you look at the word. It's one of those things where it's like how you interpret it, because basically you're avoiding the decision by deciding to not choose.
But choosing not to choose is still a choice.
It's a coward's choice.
It's not a good choice, but it is still a choice.
Yeah, and Twilight, the whole time basically tries. And when Dash was faking injury, Twilight's just like rolling her eyes and just.
Yeah, because she knows what's actually going on.
Eyebrow, right? Yep, she knows exactly what Dash is doing.
But she doesn't do anything, which is interesting.
Yeah, because it's like it's like one of those, hey, figure this out for yourself.
Yeah.
So, I did like that. And then later on, one thing I did kind of weird at the end, Dash is writing the diary, and we saw the shimmering. We see in the background of the door just to see them just all running around goofing off outside. They're just goofing off.
Another thing about that one, the diary's now in the library.
Yeah,
she was writing in the She was writing in the diary in the library instead of like last time when we saw her writing in the diary.
Yep.
It was up in her house. She was actually in Twilight's library. So, a little interesting.
Dash, stop stealing the book.
Well, Rarity did.
No one else can get up there except for Fluttershy and I.
Yeah. Another thing I did kind of like to see at the very end when Rainbow did finally make the decision, Twilight was absolutely overjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
Which is then when you see when she dons the rainbow outfit and stuff.
The cheerleading outfit.
Yep. Another thing, we've only seen Pegasus so far, and the entirety of the main six was there to support Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash.
Yes.
Are there other games?
Yes, there are.
There should be other games.
There will be.
And are the main six going to be involved in them?
We don't know that part.
That would be the question. It's like interesting.
They might not be. I mean, I was like, when they were like, one of those things
I would expect Applejack to be part of it. I mean, she already does the rodeo stuff.
Yeah.
I would expect her to be, Applejack's competitive. I'd really expect her to be trying.
Yeah, you expect it. I don't think Rarity would. She's too frilly.
Yeah.
She want to. She'll cheer for him, of course.
She'll cheer.
The last
she'll
time
make the outfits. That's her thing.
The last time she participated in the competition, things went pretty badly.
Yeah.
And then the time before that, things went pretty badly.
Yeah.
Although that last competition was something that was her forte, so.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was one of the things I was like, well, if Dash wants to do this other thing, I mean, and the others, obviously her teammates are fine with it. It's like, Twilight has wings. But it's like, I guess maybe it's like, no, you can't have an alicorn do this.
Oh, and that's another thing that wanted my. We had a
Maybe Twilight can't participate. Maybe she's not supposed to.
yeah. We random little bit. We did have an animation error. There was a random background alicorn.
Yep, another one. This is the second time this season.
Yeah, there was one in Rarity Takes Manhattan as well,
Oh,
flying
that was
around.
so small. It's like, how did
It
you
was
even-
small, and they use that character multiple times, but only in
Yes.
that one scene did you have
I think it's
porn.
It's just one of those things. I think someone just grabbed one and forgot to delete one part.
Yep, just an animation error.
Oops. Because it's just
It happens.
There's a lot of swap stuff. Like, you'll see like Pegasus versions of a unicorn and vice and so on throughout the show all the time.
Also, in the Olympics, there are rules on who can and cannot participate.
Yeah.
Like if you're professional, I think certain professional athletes are not.
I don't know.
There are certain rules that certain
It's weird.
people cannot participate based on what they do. So it's a little interesting. Really, the Wonderbolts can? That's kind of
I just want
unfair.
Thunderbolts to show up.
But
I don't know. But yeah, maybe that's probably the reason. Maybe I can't
she's a
participate.
princess.
Yeah, she's royalty. Therefore,
yes, that could be.
with
It
that,
could be
it's like one of those things. It's just like glare at someone until they back off, so you can win. Just
yeah. That would be funny.
then there's also the whole. But if basically by the implications that the alicorns just have a ton of magic of all three races. Therefore, it's one of those things you could probably cheat a bit and just go super fast. Like, hey, magic boost.
Well, just teleport to the end. Yay.
I win.
Well, that wouldn't be obvious at all.
A slow teleport.
What? That doesn't even make any sense.
No tears. But yeah, so it's not, the equestrian games are coming up. I said mid-season, but at this point I'm thinking it might actually be the finale. So I might have been actually wrong.
Box.
Yeah, with
that's
the box.
interesting.
Yeah.
How is the box?
We don't know. We
equestrian
still have
games
a
together?
good. We still don't know
Not even
anything
halfway
beyond episode 16. Because I
Yeah.
said 17 episodes last week, and I miscounted 16 episodes we know about. 16 episodes we know anything about. Everything beyond that is just we don't know yet. So on that regard, yeah, the equestrian games might be the finale. Might be before the finale.
Yeah.
So, but it's obviously a bit important.
Yes, there multiple episodes have now referenced this across seasons, so we're definitely
We've got 2 story arcs going on right now.
yeah, 2 overbearing story arcs. We'll see if they combine them or if they stay separate. That'll be interesting if the box had something to do with the equestrian games.
Yeah.
Doubtful at this point.
You never know.
But
Why is there just a gold medal in the box?
congratulations, you're a winner.
Most of the jokes in this episode are also pretty funny, but also a lot of them are centered around Bulk Bicep, just shouting and being Bulk Bicep.
Bulk biceps.
Who
yes.
now has a character who could be beyond just
Yeah.
yeah. So he now has a character beyond that and a voice, because if I recall, who voiced him originally?
I don't remember.
It was one of the directors or something. I want to say Jason Thiessen, but
I can't remember.
yeah, I know it wasn't an actual voice actor, but now they got someone actually a voice actor voicing him, so no more yes, I guess.
Well, we still have it's just
Different voice.
different voice.
And just shouting everything. And
Very enthusiastic.
I was half expecting him to freak out when he saw, Fluttershy's Cutie Mark, because remember, he freaked out
yeah.
at Butterfly before, so.
Yeah. But those two seemed rather close. That was interesting.
Oh dear, what
Oh
are you
dear.
doing? Stop.
I'm not doing anything.
Stop.
Well, I'm sure the fandom will.
Stop.
Uh,
Yes, you like that they had the other 5 there, just, so it's not all Dash for me, because otherwise I probably would kind of getting, okay, move along, please. But that's just me.
yeah.
Move
That's just
along.
you.
Well, probably not just me. As I've seen, there are definitely other people who aren't really fans of Dash episodes.
Yes, well, meh.
Admit to you too.
Meh. Yeah, it was a little interesting. Watching Bulk Biceps try to fly was rather
Interesting.
amusing,
Yeah,
especially when he did
frustrating.
finally the first time he tried to go through one of the hoops.
Yep, he got
Gets
himself
stuck.
stuck because he kind of curled up himself up and got stuck.
Yeah, I mean, he can barely fit through them.
Yeah,
He's so huge, he can
barely.
barely fit through them. And then when we finally did make it through near the end, that he just kind of floats and bends his way through.
Yep. That was interesting.
that was hilarious.
I found it weird when when they pulled in the train to this place, The tracks just kind of stopped. There was no turnaround or anything. So how does the train get back out?
Magic.
Yeah, did they just like float the
Magic.
train? Is there like is there a mechanism we didn't see that turns around? I don't know, because I just noticed the train tracks didn't stop. There wasn't even stoppers. They just kind of end,
Magic.
which
Don't
is not
gotta
a good
explain
idea because
anything.
if you accidentally the train goes too far and it goes, it kind of
Falls
derails,
off.
and that's
yeah,
not fun.
That's not a good thing.
Yeah, I think someone just kind of didn't think about that one. Oops.
Meh. It's
And
only
here
there
I
for
am
a
just
half
noticing
second.
it. I'm just like, hey, train tracks. They just, hey,
They just kind of
hey,
end.
hey. It's kind of important. I mean, it makes sense if it gets kind of looped or something, but
Yeah, well,
it doesn't.
remember there was that one point the train was pulled by horses.
Yeah,
That just
trains are not fun with this. I guess trains are just a weird thing in this universe.
Yeah. It's magic.
Yeah, magic.
Magic. You can't explain it.
Fluttershy was kind of funny in this one too. Just basically, like I said before, the whole the train just trying to talk and trying to get out from under bulk
Yep.
because talking. So yeah, this is all Pegasus stuff. I'm willing to bet this is just the Pegasus. We're gonna see other things, obviously. I mean, let's be honest. There's a lot of stuff that I don't think you can have a cross species thing because okay, you can't have flying stuff. Oh, unicorns gonna enter.
Wait.
Well,
I
they could
think,
if but
yeah.
so
That'd be
yeah, so
interesting.
it's one of those things. I'm willing to bet we'll see other stuff. I'm not sure what you do for unicorns, but it'd probably be stuff like archery, and
Yeah.
that'd be my guess.
Oh, if we have an archery episode, Lyra would have to be there.
Oh dear.
We've already seen that. I've seen some of the fan stuff.
Yeah, I was
We've
also seen
seen-
for a while. Fans were decided to make Rarity an archer. I remember that.
I guess.
That was a while
but
back. It was like someone who's all about precision. Yeah, it kind of makes sense.
That I could see people going nuts over that one, or holding a human pose and trying to use it that way. People go nuts.
And then firing the bow instead of the arrow. I mean,
No, she used a lyre as
oh
as a
dear,
bow.
that's
It's a string that looks similar. It's
yeah, it's not the right kind of string though.
yeah.
Nowhere near the right kind of string. That wouldn't work.
Not very well, at least.
No, but apparently she was in this episode, and people noticed that she wasn't sitting the way she's supposed to, quote unquote.
Yeah, well,
Guys, the human thing's probably not going to happen.
probably not. I mean, I think
Especially
she's only
since you
sat
guys
like that
kind of already
once.
yelled about the human thing.
Yeah,
Humans. How dare they put humans?
I think she's only sat like that once.
Yeah, once, and people just kind of, it
And
was a
she's-
joke, and
yeah,
now
and
people
she's
just
been-
latched onto it.
Yeah, she's been sitting normally in a few different episodes
Yeah.
in the
She's only
background.
spoken so far once.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the episode. It's not my favorite. Again,
It actually, I don't think it tops the premiere for me. I know, it's crazy, but it's definitely, probably second favorite
Yeah.
at this point, because it's Dash.
I think my second favorite is actually, honestly, still Power Ponies. My first is still Premiere. Third is Pinky Apple Pie.
Yeah.
Just because that was hilarious. This one had, this is good jokes, but wasn't like, for the most part, wasn't like laughing out loud as much as us Pinky Apple Pinky Apple Pie.
Wow.
Wow. We just went into weird territory. But there was a joke in here. I'm trying to remember what it was, and it made me laugh really hard when I heard it. Now I wish I remembered. Well, I'll probably see it again and laugh again but so good episode. I enjoyed it. He really enjoyed it.
Really enjoyed it.
I believe there's not much else to talk about.
Not a huge amount.
Derpy
the
returned
biggest things are Derpy returned, and I kind of,
and the box thing.
I kind of know what Applejack fans felt like.
Yep, overshadowed.
It's like,
Wah, wah,
Yeah.
wah. I'll probably get that next week or this coming week.
yeah.
Twilight episode overshadowed by Discord.
Yep.
Oh.
Aww.
Yeah, that reminds me. The Twilight Time. I almost forgot
I
about
almost
that. I
forgot
didn't even
about that
cover
time.
that.
We got
Twilight Time got a not a
it was
synopsis,
a
but we got
tweet.
some.
One of the it was like
I want to say Jim.
it
What
was
was
either,
it?
or Amy Keating Rogers, one of the two. I
wanna
can't
say-
remember.
Well, anyway, they said Twilight Time is apparently a CMC episode, unless they got the numbers mixed up. They've done that before.
So
They did
maybe
but they're saying that Twilight Time is a CMC episode, which
the
is like.
CMC and Twilight are working.
Well, they said
together.
CMC. They didn't say Twilight, but it's like
Could've sworn it
judging
said
from
both
the
of them.
episode name, it has to be. You'd think something to do with CMC and Twilight, who have interacted in the past, but not too much.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see an episode surrounded. It's like, what? Why is the CMC bothering Twilight? Because that's what it's going to be. They're going to be bothering her about something.
Or they're, trying to get their cutie marks, and they go to Twilight to get information, and being
bothering Twilight.
No, well, Twilight would love to give them information. I mean,
information, yeah, but still.
She loves giving them information they should.
She knows
not
exactly
have.
what their special talents are, but she can't really say it without spoiling things for them. It's like,
she already has a habit of giving them information they probably would have been better off without. We could see with the whole love potion. Oh yeah, it's just all the recipes right here. Here. Yeah, that was wonderful.
I didn't think they'd actually make it.
Obviously, it wasn't.
She probably just underestimated their own stupidity. You wouldn't actually make it, would you?
Yes.
It's like she probably just expected them to read it and realize, oh, this is bad.
No,
they only read part of it.
No.
So yeah, so apparently Twilight Time is the Philly Vanilla, which I speculated might have been a Sweetie Belle episode. Apparently is not a CMC episode at all. So the Twilight Time is, which unless again they might have just gotten them mixed up.
Yeah, they may have got the numbers swapped or whatnot. We'll see.
Yeah,
but that's what it looks like now
because it's February.
Yep.
So yeah, just kind of derailed because I almost forgot about that. Because it's one of those things you just kind of overlook because it kind of gets buried in the episode stuff from the yesterday. So yeah, overall good episode though.
Good episode. Very, very good episode.
Yeah, so far no disappointments in season 4. But anyway, that's the end of our podcast. If you want to contact us, to say you like the show, you hate the show, you want to say, hey, that you could do this better, or hey, if you have news for us, like TrotCon gave us a press release, which was really awesome. Usually we kind of have to just kind of scour the news sites. This time we did straight to us. So if you have that, if you want to give us news, please, by all means, do so.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a small thing, like, hey, you're just having a meetup, let us know. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? But you can do that by emailing us at pony411podcast@gmail.com, or you can tweet us, I guess, if it's that small. We're at pony411, or Facebook. I check that occasionally, but not that often. It's facebook.com/pony411. You can also contact one of us personally. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1. He's at Alca7raz with an underscore at the beginning and end, and 7 and 17. And of course, you can grab all our episodes on Libsyn. That's pony411.libsyn.com, Libsyn. That's if you want a direct download. That's all. We all also have the, a show summary there and the show notes linked and all that stuff.
And you can also the news items are linked there too.
Yeah, through the show notes.
Yeah.
You can also download us directly through iTunes if you want. Subscribe there. It automatically download. Next time you sign into iTunes and there's a new episode available, just search for Pony 411. We're there. Woohoo. And I'm sorry a couple of the links got screwed up if you're going to download through like YouTube. Apparently the links got screwed up there. Sorry for a while. Sorry, I fixed them, so don't worry about it. And speaking of YouTube, you can, if you don't want to download, you can listen to it there. youtube.com/pony411. All our episodes are there. It's cool favorite videos we've, linked to in the past. So some of the music we did way back when. One day we might do fan content again. Not sure. Maybe. It's one of those things. But that's it for this week. See you next week for episode 40. We're getting close to the big 5-0.
40, yeah.
We're going to be over the hill soon.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to be yelling at you. Get off my darn lawn.
Get off my lawn. Have to get a cane.
Yep, got to get that cane.
Get a toy cane.
No. Just let it die. Please. But
let things die.
So yeah, next week it'll be Three's a Crowd. Twilight episode. Woohoo!
Discord episode. Woohoo!
Twilight episode. So, till then, please pony responsibly.
Good night.
See ya.